Hello, I'm James Foxhall, President and CEO of Tigerpaw. I'm excited to bring another in our video series on helping you run a better business and sleep better at night. Today's topic is automated billing and payment processing. One of my favorite features in the product. It was a lot of fun to build. It was a lot of fun to implement. And we use it ourselves to actually build for Tigerpaw 1. And what this feature does in time savings is unbelievable. What often takes people days, if not weeks, when they come to us when they're not automated to produce invoices, gets down to almost no intervention from a human being. It can invoice your clients every single day and process their payments in real time without a human being having to touch it. When people first come to us, it's not uncommon to hear that they're manually invoicing, and they might be invoicing once a week, once a month, which is nuts. Due to terms like net 30 and people delaying getting payment to you, it's not uncommon to see a payment show up 75 days late. And if you're trying to manage cash flow for your business, that's kind of a nightmare. When you do a job, you want to get paid for the job. So this feature can collapse that collections down to zero and reduce the amount of time that you spend chasing people to get paid. I absolutely love it. So Tony's here with a video on how to get the most out of this feature. Obviously, if you've got questions, give us a call. Come to the Ask the Experts. We've got lots of resources that are all included in your Tigerpaw 1, no additional cost to you. We'd love to help you use this feature. I think it absolutely fits in our company objective, which is to help you run a better business and sleep better at night. So thank you for choosing Tigerpaw. I hope you enjoyed this video and look for more coming in the near future.
Thank you, James. Touch-free billing of reoccurring services is a major time saver for your organization. Not only that, but setting up automatic payment processing can cut collections down significantly. The best part? Setting up automatic invoicing and payment processing in Tigerpaw is a breeze. In this video, I will discuss setting up automatic billing defaults, adding payment information for customers, and configuring recurring billing cycles for your contracts and agreements. Follow me to Tigerpaw, where I will help you get started. In Tigerpaw, we need to set up the default email templates and any custom notes we want appended to the invoices it's automatically sending. We do this in the Configure Accounting settings. I will click on Tools, then click Options. The Options window opens. From here, I will click on Configure Accounting. The Configure Accounting window displays. I will then click the Automatic Invoicing and Payment Processing tab. This is where nearly everything will be configured. Let's start with the payment processing information. I use BNG, a certified Tigerpaw partner, to process my payments. So I will select them from the Provider dropdown. When I signed up with them, they supplied me with an API key, so I will enter that here. If I wasn't sure what this was, I'd simply have to call them to get it again. I then enter my username and password into the correct fields and click Require Billing Address for verification if desired. That's it. I'm ready to start taking and processing payments in Tigerpaw. Next, I want to customize the invoice comments on automatically created and sent invoices. I will do that from the Invoice Total Comments section here. For invoices automatically paid by credit card, I have entered Do Not Pay. Your credit card on file will be charged. For invoices automatically paid via electronic check or ACH, I have entered Do Not Pay. Your checking account on file will be charged. And lastly, for invoices without a payment method, I have simply entered Please Pay. These little messages greatly reduce confusion. I then have the option of telling Tigerpaw what reply email I'd like to direct replies to these automatic invoice emails to. In this case, I have entered accounting@vaultcube.com. And I have told Tigerpaw to tie the name accounting department to the email. This way, if any customers have any questions about these invoices, the replies are directed back to my accounting department. There are two tabs on the bottom half of this tab, each focusing on defaults for the different record types that support automatic billing and payment processing in Tigerpaw. The first tab is Agreements. When Tigerpaw automatically sends agreement invoices, it pulls the invoice form set on the Tigerpaw timer service. You can review these reports within the Invoice Report Format section of this tab here. If this is blank, refer to the Timer Service Help topic for information on setting up default invoice reports. I'm good with these settings, so I'll move to the New Agreement Defaults area. Here, I can set defaults for new agreements. I've set Tigerpaw to send the invoice on the first day of the month and process the payment on the third day of the month. I will also set each new agreement to email these invoices to the contact listed under the billing profile for each customer. If no billing profile has been set, the invoices will go to the primary contact instead. Lastly, I want to configure the email templates that Tigerpaw will use to send the invoices. We ship with 3 invoice templates that should work for anyone. These defaults start with TSI-Apex and can be found in the accounting category of our email templates. To assign a template, simply click the Choose Email Template icon here, select Accounting from the category dropdown, and find the email template corresponding to the payment method, either CC for credit card, ACH for electronic check, or simply Invoice Created Customer Notice for invoices being sent with no automatic payment set. Double-click on the template to add it to the form. That's it for agreements. Let's move on to the Contracts tab next. On the Contracts tab, I can select the date I wish to use as the invoice date, which is either invoice creation date or billing due date. I can also set default invoice terms here and enter custom comments that will appear within a contract invoices header. I will verify the invoice templates set in the timer service here and again select the email templates I'd like to use. The same templates that I used for the Agreements tab will work here too. That's all there is to setup. I will click Save and Exit to close the Configure Accounting window and then exit out of the Options menu. Now that I've set up my payment processor information, I can securely add credit card information into Tigerpaw. To do this, I will first navigate to an account, then click the Accounting icon on the top toolbar. This opens the Accounting Information window. From here, I will click on the Payment Information tab and click the New Pay Method icon. This opens the Payment Method for Account window. I will start by naming the payment method. I will enter Visa for this example and set any specific payment account I'd like to use. Then I will specify what kind of payment method this is, credit card or ACH. This is a credit card, so I will ensure that's selected and move to enter the billing information. Once complete, I will click the Create Vault Entry button here. This activates the BNG section of this window. I will enter the credit card number, expiration date, and CVV. Then click Save Card. The payment method is now ready to use. Turning on automatic invoicing and payment processing is done per contract and/or agreement. I will click Active Contracts within the Summary section of an account to open a list of contracts. Then double-click on the contract I'd like to set up auto bill on. The contract opens. From here, move to the Billing Parameters tab. Ensure the cycle information is correct, and check Automate Invoicing. I can create the invoices earlier than the stated due date, which is the day of the month to bill, here, and email them later if I desire. If I invoice more than one contract at the same time for the same account, I can consolidate them to save money on processing fees. I can even select to include custom notes on these invoices from the Comments tab of the contract. Furthermore, I can click Automate Payment Processing here and select the day of the month to bill and the payment method that will be used to automatically bill. That's it. This contract is now ready to automatically create, send, and pay its invoices without me having to touch it. Lastly, I will open an agreement by clicking here. On an agreement, I can set the same settings within the automated billing section. I can set a cycle, the date range to be printed on the invoice, the day of the month to bill, the day of the month to process, which means the day of the month to process its payment, and what payment method I'm using. That's it. This agreement is now ready to create, send, and pay its invoices without me having to touch it. That's all there is to setting up and using Tigerpaw's automatic payment processing features.